These are probably the only modular synthesizers ever made in Socialist East-Germany, at least officially. Hi, I'm Heinbach and it's good to have you back. I'm at Akademie der Künste again, exploring the wonderful instruments that they have here that are part of history, especially East German history. I made a video on the Zappercord already, you can check that out here. But what I'm here for today is these two instruments, modular synthesizers, of which one was made specifically for the studio and one that I almost got into a bidding war with the Akademie der Künste. The smaller one up top here, the ASL5, was offered to me as part of an estate sale. I went to the garage in Kreuzberg where this and many other wonderful instruments were lying around, waiting to be sold. And I thought, oh, this is so cool, I really want to have it. But then I thought, it's better if it goes to where it actually belongs, to Akademie der Künste. So I did not bid on it, but finally I get to explore it.
Both of these instruments have been built by Hartmut Lehmann, who has been an engineer at the DEFA, at the state-funded film studios in the GDR. In his free time, his hobby was constructing synthesizers. He built 3 in total. The first one was destroyed. What we see here is the second and the third one. The second one was also built in the beginning of the 80s. He used it to make the sound effects for the DEFA. And he later gave it to Taimo Streng, electronic musician from the GDR who died 2 years ago. The third one that he built was built especially for the Studio for Electro-Acoustic Music for the Academy of Arts in the East for Georg Katzer. Now these two devices are together again by the same constructor in the same studio. Hartmut Lehmann's son, Robert Lehmann, is also an audio engineer, and he has recently restored and repaired a couple of things that were not working on these two.
Were there any other modular systems in the GDR? I know of none, basically.
Modular systems, I also don't know any others. I mean, we know all the typical GDR synths that all had a keyboard, like Vermona and stuff.
Yes.
But modular systems, that's really unique, I think. It was difficult to get the materials back then in the 80s. So all the parts you see are spare parts or parts they didn't use anymore in technical equipment at the DEFA. So he collected all the stuff together. Yeah, tried to use what he could get his hands on. For example, these scales you can see here. His wife printed it out on plastic foil with a simple plotter and then glued it to the faceplate. To the faceplate here. So it's all handmade.
Looking at both of them, one thing that's really striking is the huge input module. And that's because this comes from an academy background. These are meant to realize serious music, electro-acoustic music by the likes of Stockhausen. And their processing was very important. Hence, we also have all these ring modulators. this there's 2. Here are 1, 2 again. So 4 ring modulators, which seems quite a lot for a system that else has just 1 oscillator here, and this one has just 2. Also for processing, you've got a bunch of envelope followers. One here and one in the filter section. On the AMS3, there's an envelope follower here. LFOs have a range switch, so they can also be oscillators. All the voltage-controlled amplifiers are equipped with amplitude modulation inputs. So you can take your signal and modulate it. Which does again sound a bit ring modulation-like. I think there's a theme here. The feature set of the synthesizer is pretty limited, but what it lacks in features, it makes up in sound. This sounds absolutely gorgeous. The filters sing, the oscillators soar, and everything has a big, big vibe to it. I'm happy that these two historic instruments are paired again here at Akademie der Künste. New generations of artists get to explore these instruments. If you're my Patreon, I've got a sound pack waiting there for you and music from this video. Thank you for your support. This makes excursions of 2 days and more like this possible. A big thanks to Malte Gießen and the whole staff at ADK for allowing me to be here 2 days, and a shout out to Dave Hilowitz for coming with me and jamming with me. If you have any questions or even stories about these synthesizers, please put them in the comments below. I would love to know even more about the history of these. Thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.